The community cultural plan was a result, or came out of Sorrell's work in surveying the community, because of concern was the fact that we weren't reaching a number of people who were inclined, and we weren't really talking to them in any significant way about what they desired in this community. The only feedback we were getting was that the audiences seemed to be shrinking rather than growing, so we figured we needed to know more. So consequently, we approached actually the PCA, hi Brian again, I think this was Lori, hi Lori, about community cultural planning, and they are encouraging, at least my understanding is they're encouraging every community to get involved in community cultural plan. So there's some unified way of responding to people's needs, instead of just, somebody saying, oh, we need this, or somebody saying, oh, we need that. Part of the cultural community plan that I like the best is she is interviewing every sector we can get our arms around to find out what we need, what we have too much of, what we don't have enough of, where we're missing the boat, where we're hitting the mark. And as part of her, she calls them community forums, she's hoping to speak to more than 1,000 people. We're also going to be doing a survey with Sorrell, an online survey, a public opinion survey, just to reinforce the numbers that we got from our original survey. At the end of which, on April 29th, Diane's going to roll out a community cultural plan with specific to-dos, with timelines, with who's going to, what agency. It may not be the Cultural Alliance that implements it or operationalize it. It may be several agencies. We're not sure, but it's been very exciting, and the community has responded extraordinarily well. We put together a steering committee of 63 people representing every sector we could think of, and 60 of them attended the steering committee for the first meeting when Diane introduced the process, and they've taken the ball and run with it to book forums among their constituents. We're going to a staff meeting of a large employer. We're seeing educators, the county, the usual suspects, the big funders, the city, the African American clergy and African American folks, the faith-based community, the Hispanic community. What we heard universally was how wonderful it was that people actually came to us, that the Cultural Alliance came to us and asked us what our opinion was. The executive director of the Jewish Community Center sent an email to everyone. I don't know if you saw it, Sorrell, or not, but she said, I'm so honored that you want to hear our voice in your community cultural plan. So I think the fact that it's inclusive has really resonated with people, because York is known for its plans. We do a lot of planning here, but the people that inform that plan are the usual suspects, and then the plan gets put away. And we're determined that this plan is going to be informed by as many voices as we can hear, and also there's going to be implemented, that it's not going to be something nice. The same with your research, Sorrell. It's not just, oh, isn't that nice we have Sorrell's research. Everybody is using it. We're all using it to lead us into the next decade. I'm shocked at how many people have convened forums. We're meeting with the York Young Professionals. We're meeting with the Honors Choir and the York Youth Symphony Orchestra. It's just so interesting to see the sectors, the superintendents of schools, just everybody, Parks and Recs people. We have artist forums. We've had 2 so far. So it's just a real broad-based collective voice that we're going to hear. My belief is, and I've said this to the, we call it the APT team, the Alliance Planning Task Force. I've said I think the Cultural Alliance will look very different at the end of this process, which is exciting, because you need to change and grow, and I think Diane is a change agent.
I wanted to speak to the fact that I think the cultural plan now is it's the perfect symbiosis and sequence of events. Because one of the things that came out of Sorrell's research was that the people in the York area don't think we have a vibrant arts community. And the knee-jerk reaction from the leaders in the arts community are to say, we're not getting the message out. And my question was, maybe we do get the message out, they do know what we offer, and they don't think that's a vibrant arts community. How do we look at that answer and see which one it is? Is it a marketing problem or is it a product problem? Now we come in and we ask everyone in the community, what do you need, what do you want? I'm going to be able to get some answers to that. We're all going to be able to get some answers to, is it that they don't know what we have, or that what we have is not what they want? And that's really important, because that really informs whether I put my effort into marketing or my effort into program development. And I only have a limited amount of effort available, as you all know, who are here in this convention, in this conference. So I really like it coming on the heels. It takes a lot of questions that Sorrell's research brought up and says, okay, we can answer some of these questions and get more solid direction of where to go as organizations.
I think in any group, in any community, in any kind of a group of people that consider themselves connected, the most important thing is that you feel important enough to be a part of not just receiving the answers, but being asked the questions. So again, I think people, in order to feel a part of anything and to want to be a greater part of anything in terms of supporting or participating, they need to feel asked, they need to feel important, they need to feel heard. So in addition to asking these questions, I think it's equally, if not more important, to then demonstrate that we've heard what they've said and that we've reacted to that in a positive way.